Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, infinite honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, giving double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, as well as peace, blessings, safety, salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel that is seeking Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai while he may be found. And I want to entitle this lesson, There is a Sinister Spirit Throughout the Four Winds of the Earth. And a lot of brothers have heard about this, sisters as well. The celebrity that I never heard of prior to this. But, not listen. A lot of times you don't listen to this music nowadays, man. It's garbage. But it says decomposed body found in singer's impounded Tesla, identified as a 15-year-old girl, and this just goes into how we've been warning. All right, that these spirits are being pushed forth throughout America. Scriptures say in the last days that the love of many shall wax cold, and there's going to be a lot of judgments like this. All right, people eating actual carcasses. All right, people being chopped up, brutally murdered. Okay, and these weak ass law enforcement officers barely doing their job now. A lot of the times it's for the bag, when you see them out giving tickets. All right, but these officers don't give a damn about their job, man. They're getting political. They're distraught behind this president. They're emotional. And the ones that are left on the force, all right, are definitely going to partake in the MOTB system. And that sinister spirit is going to gather around the four corners of the earth. All right. 2/3 of our people are going to be in that same spirit. All right. As well as the heathen. These heathen are going to be in a very dark spirit, and they already are, in a very dark spirit. I was watching this video recently, and it was just going into West Africa and these drug addicts and how they're actually using human skulls and bones to get high. It's pretty much smoking it. They call it Kush. Okay, and that nature of evilness is upon the earth right now. And you see a lot of these addicts, and they got demons on her, man. Demons. In my plantation, dealing with the public, and you see how many spirits are on these people, man. These people are gross, man. They're in gross darkness. All right, the earth is ultimately, loaded with evil spirits. I mean, the grossness of these spirits, man, is to the point to where you gotta move away from people. You can't reason with them. You can't talk to them. The best thing you can do is get the hell away from them. All right, it says, just get a little bit of this article. It says at this time, the LAPD does not have a crime classification from the coroner as to the mode or manner of death. Thus, we do not have any suspect information at this time. And this girl was, everybody knows the story by now. It's been all over headlines, mainstream media. But yeah, it says the remains were found September 8th after LAPD were called to Hollywood Tow because of a foul odor coming from the Tesla. According to NBC Los Angeles in a police statement, the vehicle was impounded after a person reported that it had been abandoned. And they said that the body was to the point to where more than likely they had to identify the body by the dental records and or fingerprints. Okay, because that's how bad she was dismembered. Okay, and it's not going to be a sake of mercy upon these people, man. These people are evil as hell, man. They walking around with their fingernails painted, in that bisexual spirit. You know, this particular individual, when you look up his picture, he got a Hello Kitty on his ears, and he spoke about having an alter ego, all right, which is evil as hell, man. Where he dealt with spirits. These celebrities deal and dibble and dabble in spirits, witchcraft, and that's that sinister spirit. It rubs off on their appearance, their mannerisms, and how they move. We deal with these witches, whether we know or not, in our day-to-day lives, because they're out here, man. These wicked ass demons are out here. We have to go to work. We have to, whatever you may do, in your day-to-day life, you have to deal with the public, and it's a reason why there's exhaustion. Brothers are exhausted, from dealing with these people, man, and the spirits that they have on them. Okay. Scriptures spoke of, us dealing with, piranhas, or lions, tigers, and bears. This is a jungle. Scriptures speak about us being, harmless as doves, all right, in the midst of these wolves. But we know what the Lord is going to bring. This is why the Lord is going to, He's going to shed merciless judgments, because He said over and over through repeating of the prophets, all right, repetition, and no one regarded, all right. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. And these people are profane as hell, man. Lewd as hell. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. We actually, cry out that shut this thing down, man. Praying for a few days, we actually asking Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to hurry up and speed this thing up. Meanwhile, these people are, set off by, judgments that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua brings. Why? Because they want to be here. It says, and therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. All right. Our people, speaking of the 1/3, are constantly crying out. And our enemies, the heathen, as well as 2/3 of the nation of Israel, because they're not our people. Although we may be related, all right, they're not our people. Okay. Although we may be Hebrew Israelites, we're not one and the same. Okay, and this is why the scriptures say that the Lord is going to separate. All right, it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy the land thereof. And there's every reason as to why the Lord has to do this, And it's disgusting, man. I saw a meme earlier that said, if you're on your 3rd abortion, they should just get rid of you. And that was absolutely true. These people are having endless abortions and doing all manners of wickedness. Okay, I saw a woman today at Plantation pull out a meth pipe in the open, and lit it up in the open in front of, a lot of people, man. Real dark, sinister, evil spirits You know, no shame in her game, and Lord knows what else is taking place. You know, if people are that open, okay. Scriptures say that your home is where you hide your shame. You know, and to be out in the open on a main street with a lot of people around, to be comfortable doing that, it speaks. Okay, and there's no secret with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua for the ones that hide their sin, you know, that are in the cut, all right, thinking no one is watching. Okay, this is why majority of the time I'm in the house. It's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, because there's nothing but wickedness going on outside, man. You know, you hear the gunshots, you hear the police sirens, and the judgments of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Okay, and we'll see. More likely, this individual will be arrested, but it's really not the aim that I was focused on. It was just this spirit, all right, that the Lord is raising up, and they're going to intensify. The spirits that are created for vengeance. Okay, the evil angels that the Lord sends forth. Okay, these spirits are going to raise hell on 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Okay, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.